Yesu, niwe jinsi upendavyo. Nifanane nawe. Yesu, niwe jinsi upendavyo. Niguze, nifinyange, unibebe, niunde, nitengeneze, niwe kama wewe. Niguze, nifinyange, unibebe, niunde, nitengeneze, niwe kama wewe. Nikupendeze, natamani sana nikupendeze, nikupendeze, nikupendeze. Wewe ni tamaa ya roho yangu. Familia yangu, marafiki zangu, tuwe sawa nawe. Biashara zangu, kila kitu changu kiwe sawa nawe. Familia yangu, marafiki zangu, tuwe sawa nawe. Biashara zangu, kila kitu changu kiwe sawa nawe. Familia yangu, marafiki zangu, tuwe sawa nawe. Ni muhimu. Biashara zangu, kila kitu changu kiwe sawa nawe. Niguze, nifinyange, unibebe, niunde, nitengeneze, niwe kama wewe. Niguze, nifinyange, unibebe, niunde, nitengeneze, niwe kama wewe. Yesu, nikupendeze. Nikupendeze. Yesu wangu, nikupendeze. Nikupendeze. Tusaidie Baba. Tusaidie Baba. Tusaidie Yesu we. Tusaidie Yesu. Niguze, nifinyange, unibebe, niunde, nitengeneze, niwe kama Yesu. Niguze, nifinyange, unibebe, niunde, nitengeneze, niwe kama mwambie Yesu, nikupendeze. Moyo wangu Baba, nikupendeze. 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 Nifanane nawe. Yesu, niwe jinsi upendavyo. Nifanane nawe. Yesu, niwe jinsi upendavyo. Nifanane nawe. Yesu, niwe jinsi upendavyo. Nikupendeze.
My next guest is a photo activist. He is an interested Kenyan, and an interesting Kenyan, I should say. His new book is called Unbounded. It's got his life story as well as some of his award-winning photography, as well as many never-before-seen pictures. Boniface Mwangi.
Habari gani?
Nzuri sana. Mambo?
Poa, niko salama.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the show.
Asante sana. I hope no one is going to come and evict me.
There's going to be no surprise walk-ins on this show.
Thank you.
You seem to enjoy picking fights. Every TV interview you do, you will call the president names.
Have I called him names today?
You haven't, which is refreshing. But that's it. You're also involved. You're also involved in a legal battle with the deputy president.
Yes, he sued me. It's not a legal battle. I think he's picking on me.
You accused him of some very
brave
things.
If you Google the deputy president, all the things that I said have been said before. Nothing that I said online has not been said before. And I think one of the things about this...
The counter-argument people make is, do you just enjoy abusing our leaders?
No, I I do enjoy speaking the truth. The truth for me is very refreshing. I just say the truth.
But that said, your TED Talk was the day I stood alone.
Yes.
And this is that moment when you tried to shout down President, I think it was President Kibaki,
Kibaki, yes.
and it didn't work out. You don't think that the people who support you online, but they won't show up for your protest, they won't do anything beyond their collectivism?
I saw Raila Odinga had 5 million voters in the last election, about 5-6 million voters. When he called for an ABC protest, he had a handful of people. People in Kenya fear protests. I stood alone in 2009, but today if I call for a protest, there'll be 10, 20, 30, 100 of us, 200 of us. I'm no longer alone. That's the thing. The things that I say today have been said by many other people. That's what I'm saying. Killing me won't solve anything, won't change anything, because I am no longer alone. That's the thing. I'm not alone. Samara is here. Samara may be a model, but one day what you know what she's going to do? She's going to fight for a better country. Why did we have to get a doctor from the US to come and do surgery on Samara in an independent country that has been independent for so long? It's because the government has failed to do the obligation. Access to medical care, access to good schools, access to security is your birthright, according to the Constitution. Article 43, they're all there guaranteed. What I'm fighting for in this country is the guaranteed rights. And let me tell you, I see that threats have gone beyond me and to my family. I've never come here and dragged the Kenyatta kids in a conversation or Ruto's kids in a conversation. I do have a problem when the bloggers, the guys who do hatchet jobs for these people, drag my family. If you're a real man, it's a fair fight. Speak on me. If you want to hurt me. Leave my family alone. But even if you kill them, it's a revolution, man. And what you're trying to get is a revolution of thought and mind, because this country needs to change. And guess what? It won't change through street protest. It won't change through a revolution of violence and other things. The only way Kenya can change is through the vote, a ballot revolution. The guys in power are elected by us. That MCA, that MP is elected by you. Do not sell your vote, because when you sell your vote, you're selling our future. Don't sell your vote, man. We are selling our vote and you're destroying our country. Vote with your heart. Vote on principles. It's better for someone you vote for someone and they don't win, than not vote at all, or vote for the thugs who are looting this country. It's upon us to change our country, and it is our responsibility. And I'm going to continue this fight through all the threats, intimidation, death, whatever it is. They can threaten me all they want. I'm not leaving this country. I'm not running away. The idea they have is that I'm going to look for asylum and go to another country. Boniface Mwangi is not living Kenya. If you kill me, you're going to bury me here. My grandfather fought for this country. He died a poor man without realizing the fruits of the fight that he did. I'm going to fight for this country and let death come if it comes, but I'm not afraid. I am not afraid, and I'll never sell my voice, and I'll never sell out. And Kenya belongs to all of us, and I love my country, and that will never change no matter what.
excited to have this guy come on. He hasn't been on the show since like a year or two. In that time, he's just had an eventful life, and we want to talk all about it. DJ Krim.
Wagwan.
How are you, man?
Me, I'm okay, my brother.
Uko sawa?
Niko fiti, man.
Very good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
You look well.
You too as well.
You're busy, man.
Umenona, baby.
Niache.
I had to.
Bro, what any prosper? Mimi na tumbo yangu tuko sawa.
Blessings to you, my brother.
Thank you.
What's up?
You're not looking too bad yourself. Do you work out though?
Let me tell you, 2 kids, that's workout enough, man. Yeah, it's just by default.
Unaamka ni workout, tunakimbia moja kuku moja kuku.
It's crazy. So for me, it's just the easiest and the cheapest gym ever.
So you don't go to the gym at asubuhi uenda nini?
I go highways. It's a bit hard. I gave up on some things in life and accepted.
Why don't you have a pot?
Why don't I have a pot?
Why don't you have a pot?
I used to, but you know, I have a wife who keeps me grounded, man.
We're talking about, it's interesting that you began talking about your family because having come from last year must have been super dramatic for you.
True story. Yeah.
You wake up one day and there's a sex tape out there.
I know, man.
Are you just like, oh, good, this is it, my life is over? Or how do you react to this?
Basically, it was snap. It was the hardest time in my life, baby, because, you know, so many things are going on. My phone, everybody calling, everybody's like, Krim, what's up, you know. Yeah. And, you know, and it's weird when you have to repeat the same story over and over and over and over again. But, you know, the weirdest thing is that was a storm that, you know, came and passed. Right. My wife was there by day. Never left even for a day. Mad love Denise, you know.
Really?
True story.
People said, she's gone.
No, let me tell you, it's God's blessings, because true story, when that happened, that humbled me, because I was like, oh, snap. Maybe it's a trick. You know what I mean? Yeah. But she has been my biggest supporter, man. She took me out for dinner that night, by the way.
Wow. In the midst of that big storm, your wife took you to dinner.
Took me out for dinner. So I was like, you know what, maybe amekaka kitu kwa food
wapi? Tukatafute huko.
But you know, those guys have been together for a minute, bro. You know, so I was actually shocked. But you know, for her to have my back at that crazy point, because, you know, ideally someone would have packed and left, you know. So it was really amazing.
There was no point where she came up to you and said, okay, the internet is saying this, what is the truth? Or did she know about it?
She did. I had to tell her what's up. Just put out everything out there in black and white, you know, tell her this is what's up, this happened a long time ago and stuff, my bad, apologies. Okay, right. And let me tell you, I've been making up ever since, man. So, you know, she has something on me, so I just gotta be the best guy ever. You know,
the interesting thing about that period is because you've always been very open about being a family man. Yes. And you put your kids out there, you put your wife out there. So it was a lot more spectacular when this scandal broke out. Like, all of this is an act in showbiz.
I know, man, because a lot of guys were like, this is showbiz. But at the end of the day, it's something that happened a long time ago, you know, and during my youth. And that's one thing I tell all these guys who are coming up: always be sober-minded in everything you do, you know, because we get caught up caught up in the moment. You're like, you know what, let me have fun, let me holler at the chicks, let me get drunk, and all that, let me party, you know, because entertainment is a drug, you know. The more people love you, the more it's like adrenaline, you know, the more you keep on doing it, you know what I mean? So I always tell guys that be sober enough, be level-minded, because someday all this is gonna come to play, you know. Larry, you can do something today, then that time when you're a CEO of this big company, I mean, you're about just to sign that $1 million check, boom, stuff happens, you know. So for me, it's easy. It was a bad example, but I'm glad that people have learned from that story. You know what I mean? At least, you know, learn that you need to do things, not think about today, but think about the future.
She says she likes my watch, but she wants Steve's AP, and she stay up for hours watching QVC. I've been Nostradamus since my nip. Yeah! I predict the last great up in here. Say yeah! But the girls like, said I was a man. All I ever needed was a plan. Tell JK that I'm still rolling, yeah. Tell Russell I'm a rap, yeah. Hey, mamacita, come let's stay till mañana. I like your style, yeah. Keep 100 in the fast lane, so high like Amber Rose without the foreplay. 4-5, let it go, yeah. We won't come down till we hit the ground, yeah. She know I love her even if I never say the word. Ooh, something I can't replace. You made my heart burn. You make me stronger. I'm not letting go. I do it for the thrill. You know I love the rush. And once you get me going, I can never get enough. Woo! time, they're the same. The one night, like my days, told the one I love. I'll be back one day. Through the fight, through the pain, booked a flight, took a plane, told her not to cry. I'll be back one day.
This guy has sold platinum records. He's had more number ones in the UK than any other British rapper. And he's in Kenya for the first time. Tiny Temper, welcome to Nairobi, man.
Thank you very much,
We're
bro.
very, very excited to have you in our city.
Thank you, bro. I'm glad to be here as well. It's my first time, so.
How are you liking it so far?
So far, it's been good. Like, when we left London, the weather was terrible, bro. Terrible, terrible. So I'm happy to have arrived in Nairobi. Nice weather. I've been down to Carnival already.
Oh, all right.
Had some food. Enjoyed myself. So yeah, so far so good.
So, you know, everything sounds a lot more interesting, maybe 2 or 3 times more interesting with the British accent.
Does it?
Yes,
Is
it does.
I didn't realize. I thought it sounded more boring. I was like, everyone's quiet.
So we've got some popular Kenyan phrases that we
Go
want
for
you
it.
to read
Yeah.
in a British accent.
I'm gonna
Basically
try my
your
best.
natural speaking voice over there, and then we're going to see how they come out.
All right, let's
All right?
go.
There they are, the first one. It's on the prompter.
Okay. I'm looking at it
Yes,
now,
you're looking
but
at that, yes.
So this is Kenyan.
Yeah, these are things Kenyans say all the time.
Okay, mine is just to say something small, in my opinion. Okay, so "Come Baby Come" is. Oh, this is like a popular.
Yeah, these are all different
This is
popular
what I have
phrases.
to say in the
Yes.
club tonight. Yeah,
Yes.
come, baby, come. Okay, I've got it. Okay, so
That's in Swahili. Let's see how you can do it.
so Nico kwa jam na kom.
All right?
How was that?
Niko kwa jam na kam.
Okay, just quicker.
All right?
Tuma na yakuta.
Kutoa.
All right,
Tuma na ya kutoa.
Tuma na yakutoa.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Uh-huh.
Tigawana.
All right, and the last one?
Bank or touch.
Otuch.
A tooch, that's what I was going to say.
Close
Bank
enough.
tooch, close
Close
enough.
enough. Bank
Oh.
Otuch. You must have seen this because Kenyans have kind of been freaking out about this for just over a week. I'm so excited to welcome Daniel Christus and Melody to the show. Thank you so much for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having us.
You guys have become very famous. Did you imagine you'd come into this random country and people would go crazy?
Do you think we knew? Absolutely not. I had no idea.
I'm looking at the tweet right there. It says, "Are you hosting Jesus and Mary? Let them pray for me."
Actually, we can talk about this a little bit. Yeah,
So
this
you came in
story.
here and Kenyans went crazy saying Jesus was walking around the streets of Nairobi.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. So, I mean, first of all, we don't know what Jesus looked like, really. I mean, we've been doing some research since
Yes.
all of this, because actually, I grew up atheist, so I
Right.
didn't even know who Jesus was,
Right.
except for someone in the church. And so we did some research, and we've been reading the Bible a lot lately since
And the
since people-
Quran.
and the Quran together, and we've looked at pictures and. Really, like the oldest drawings of Jesus, he's got very dark skin, and he got short hair, and he's got quite a stubbly beard. It doesn't look anything like the Jesus that we know today.
Because this Jesus image that you resemble is based on the movies, especially Jesus of Nazareth as an actor.
Yeah. Well, that image changed in the Renaissance. And it's a period of European history, and then basically that image got carried along with colonization, went around the world, and these people did some really awful things to some of the amazing, beautiful traditional people around the world. They destroyed temples and they put churches, and I'm not anything against Christian, no problem, but back then they did some really awful things in the name of God, which is really not Christian at all.
But you see, when you dress like you do with this flowing robes and barefoot, then you do kind of have that almost medieval lifestyle going on.
But it's not just me. There's thousands of people like this around the world. It just happen to have caught the attention of the public eye, that's all.
Why do you dress the way you do?
It's comfortable. Let me tell you, actually, I used to dress like this. Nice socks, by the way.
Thank you very much.
I used to dress sort of similar, like jeans, tight shirt and all this sort of stuff. But
Right.
wow, I was so uncomfortable, and I never had the confidence to actually dress like this. And in Australia, I've got nothing against homosexuality, but in Australia there's quite a heavy stance against homosexuality in general. And so a lot of people I had this culture of being afraid of being seen as gay. And so to wear something like this, I was too scared to. And so eventually, after years and years of healing and traveling and changing myself, I eventually got the confidence to put like a skirt on. And wow, I recommend it. Larry, I want to see you wearing
I
a
should
skirt
try wearing a
one day.
skirt.
Yeah, it would suit you. Man.
It would break the internet. If I wore a skirt on this show, people would go crazy. I've always wanted to ask Ian this though.
Oh,
How
gosh.
can you purport to commentate on fashion and give and make fashion decisions for
Larry,
people?
you don't know what you have done for me. My.
What rights do you have
Are we here
to
to
judge
talk about
fashion?
Edufa or fashion?
We have talked about it, Doof, and we'll talk about it more, but I just want to get this out of my chest.
Okay, go ahead. Ask.
What gives you the right to talk about fashion?
Does everybody have an opinion?
Yes.
Just give me one word answers, okay?
Yes.
Does everybody have an opinion?
Yes.
Are they entitled to it?
Yes,
Am I entitled to my own opinion of
Yes.
what I like and what I don't like?
you are.
Thank you. That's all.
However, when you give you a pedestal, when we give you a platform, you need to have some moral authority on that subject.
Why? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're not a cook. You know nothing about cooking.
No.
Do you know what tastes good to you and what does not?
True.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
When something is baked, when something is cooked, and you taste it and you say it's nice, and somebody asks you how was it made, you haven't the foggiest.
Idea.
But that doesn't mean that you don't know whether you like it or not. Or
Yeah.
you can ask you, is it sweet? Yeah. He says it's sweet, so I agree it's sweet. It's my opinion. I'm entitled to it, and I am going to say it. No apologies. No apologies.
You asked for him. You went crazy. You went to our social media pages. You accosted me on the streets and said, you must bring that guy on. He's a policeman that has stolen the hearts of girls all around because he's super, super buff. And so you wanted him to come on the show. We got him on the show. Because it'd be weird if I interviewed him. We got our resident Fisilets, Cindy Ogana and Shiro Mirioki, to speak to Steve Carissa. There they are. Take it away, guys.
I feel like this is an attempt to malign our character.
Yes.
In fact, let me take a sip of water.
It is the thirst edition, ladies.
This is a trend, the thirst edition. And like Larry said, we have policeman Steve Carissa in the building. You all sent in friend requests. Don't pretend like you didn't. You did it. You sent in your friend requests. And finally, we have him right here on the trend. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
And you're so shy, but you're not shy on social media.
Really? I'm not shy. I'm not shy.
You're not shy. You just.
I look like I'm shy, but I'm not.
So you're
I'm
your
good.
swag yako.
This is me.
That is your swag.
Yeah.
So earlier, when we were talking and just trying to get a feel of what kind of a person you are, the first question I asked you was, how are you handling all this attention?
I'm cool. I'm good.
You're good with it.
Yeah, I'm good. Just for me.
It's just for you.
Yeah.
Because I know you've gotten a lot of friend requests over the last couple of
In
days.
fact, it is kind of full.
It's full.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to send me a friend request at self-made, it's full. Poleni sana, Cindy.
Yeah, it is true.
Any friend request from guys? Because, this is 2016.
Yeah.
There are people who appreciate both male and female.
That is true. In fact, it is like 50-50.
It's 50-50.
Yeah, from women 50, from men 50.
Do people stop you on the street and say, I want to take a selfie?
Nay. They don't. They don't even know me.
Oh, they don't know you?
Well, until now.
Yeah.
Until
that will
maybe.
change.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't know you with your clothes on.
Yeah. That's another thing. Maybe, yeah.
Let's take another sip of water, Cindy.
Yeah,
That's
getting thirsty.
For the first, no, you're not supposed to call us thirsty.
No.
Thank you.
Yeah.
okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Trend, live from the Serena, Kampala. We're so excited to be here. And Mitch Egwang, Dr. Mitch Egwang. How are you doing?
What a guan? What's happening?
What a guan? Wagwan.
Good to see you, man. Good to see
Very
you.
good to see you.
Welcome to my city.
Thank you very much.
Great. I think let's just get it off out of the room. It's the elephant in the room. I'm very sorry. I know that I inspire you in many ways, and you aspire to look like me. But unfortunately, you see, if you look at the morphology of your head and mine, here I've got gray hair,
yes,
and you.
I've got a receding hairline.
I see no hair. You see. No, but I think your show's been doing really good, by the way.
So I hear.
No, but wait a second. Just like a lot of African leaders, a lot of you guys don't want to leave power. You've been here like 4 years.
It's only 4 years.
But dude,
this
come on.
This is literally my first term.
Hey, so you want to do a second term?
I'm taking this from the Sevo himself. When I've done my second term, then we'll change the constitution of the trend so I can just do it forever.
Yes, yes. Smart move.
I see your ring. For how long have you been married?
So basically what you're trying to do is that you're trying to drop my ratings right now.
I'm not trying to drop your ratings.
Demographic.
I'm just asking questions that the female demographic would be interested in. Oh, it doesn't come out, which means it's been there for a while.
Shockingly, people don't believe me, but December 16th this year, I'm going to hit 10 years.
10 years of marriage?
Dude!
Congratulations.
And she hasn't killed me yet. And
she hasn't left you yet. So
oh, come on, dude. Come. Look at the doctor. Look at the doctor.
The doctor that doesn't practice because the doctor wanted to be famous.
What about you?
Do you know any famous vet doctors
that
are not on the Discovery Channel?
Let's rewind the question. Are you married?
No, I'm not.
And what's your problem?
What do you mean what is my problem?
No, honestly, sincerely. Larry, you're a well-to-do guy, you're famous, you've got like 800,000 followers on Twitter. Can't you at least pick one of the 800,000? What's your problem, man? Huh? What's your issue? You know what you can do? Come and talk to me. I will school you on these things.
Give me some tips.
These things of midomo on TV is not going to help have women understand you. You have to be a...
So what do I need to do as a guy on TV?
No, let me tell you this, sir. There's something which they taught us when we were growing up. It's called TSST.
What is that?
10-second supercharger technique.
Okay.
That means that within the first 10 seconds, you're going to leave an impression on someone. So when you walk up to someone, don't bring these things about, I'm Larry Mado and the
I'm kind of a big deal. People know me.
I'm a big deal. No. Just smile. Hi, my name is Larry. I'd like to get to know you. But dude, I'm going to charge you for these things. Huh? But honestly, really, at this time here, what's wrong with you? Why are you wasting time? You don't have a best man?
The beautiful ones are not yet born.
Okay.
Oh, you want to be my best man?
No, I can assist. It's okay. Because already you want to look like me. It's all right.
I don't want to look like you. People just say you look like me. So maybe you rearranged your facial features after I was born.
If you don't have the money, okay, what we can do is that we can fundraise. In Uganda, we do these harambes. Okay?
Yes, of course.
So don't worry. If you don't have money, you know, there's M-Pesa, you know, there's Airtel money. You can... Larry, I know sometimes things can be tight and the economy is hard.
The economy these are really tough times.
These are tough times. So we as your brothers will stand in there for you.
So if you're one of the 800,000 people that follow me and you're a girl,
yes,
please don't listen to him. Now you see what you've started. Emily Muturi. In fact, Larry should tell us when he's marrying. Let not keep us waiting on for long. Now tired.
You see? Angaria, you see, people are worried about you, Mary. I mean, Larry. Larry must marry. Hashtag. Larry must marry. That must trend tonight.
Let's not hashtag that. Let's not hashtag that.
Hashtag Larry must marry.